Well, we are here finally at my last sketchbook video. I've finished filming all the others, and I did start with these two, which were my most recent sketchbooks. So if you saw those first, I've already uploaded these ones, and this old one I have only just started this one, so once I finish it I will upload it, and I will only upload then when every time I finish a sketchbook, which could be months on end, to be honest. But we are officially at sketchbook 63, and this one was sketchbook number 65, and so once I finish that it'll be on to sketchbook number 66 and so on. So I am going to show you this one finally, and then I'll show you all the plain ones that are waiting for me as well. So I'm just going to cover that so I don't have to blur it. So this is my face. I started this sketchbook specifically as we went on holiday to a camping site. So I think this was just before we left, actually. That's our cats, yeah. So this is the official day that we left. So I was sitting in the cars, my parents were driving. These were the names of places that we passed and stuff. So this was officially while we were on holidays, and I wrote down names that we passed. At our camper van that we stayed at, a static home, there was a seagull every day and at our glass door, and it knocked on our door for us to come out and feed it. So, and it was only our door, so it must have been used to this door right here. It must have been used to whoever was there previously just feeding it. So I just called him Brian. This was at the bar place, and the guy named his guitar Christine, where they played music and had karaoke and stuff. And the next day we went on like an old-fashioned train, and this was at the outside, and this was inside the old train carriage. It was like a really old thing. I bought like a bunch of I love Arizona iced tea things. I know I'm such a vanilla girl, but like you could buy them for like £2 there, and they were just everywhere there. I was like, oh yeah. We went to a harbour, and what I did was I ran ahead of my parents. I would draw a boat, and by the time they walked up to me, I had drawn a boat or two, and so I ran ahead again. This was on a menu somewhere in there. Yeah, so there's a picture of old ship, the harbour. And this was, so I put this outline, and then I put the names of places that we drove past, because they just sound so interesting and random. Yeah. And these were the hosts, I guess, the people who worked at Begley Holiday Park or whatever it was. I think, yeah, so I was back home, and this was actually in someone else's house, but it was ironic because we were home. This was at the hospital. I'd already put these highlighter marks down before I'd actually, I think, even started the sketchbook. So this is from, I think they're called Earth's World on Instagram. They're really cool for reference images. I started drawing more, so like if we went to town or a shopping thing or something, I'd like whoever I was with go ahead, and I would just sit around, stand around and draw. Yeah, this is when I had my first tattoo on my stomach. There's a guy in a cafe. This from Earth's World again. This is all sitting across the road from a house, and it had like these giant barn doors. So this looks smaller, obviously it's in a book, but like it was actually really huge. It was like the size of a bedroom wall. Reference drawings. That is the tattoo I have on my arm, but the little flowers are in colour, and there's a couple more and it's more shaded. But yeah, that's at the top of my shoulder. I think, was this during Hay Festival? It might have been. Little gift someone got for us. These are from reference, or like animated. That's from Earth's World again. I think I downloaded a bunch of their images to keep on my phone if I didn't know what to draw. So I just, yeah, this was during Hay Festival because this guy was there selling his stuff, and that person, I think, or something, yeah. And that was someone, yeah, Hay Festival, there you go. just hanging around. That was in the bookshop, sitting down, drawing other people. Yep, and a bunch of kids. So these kids were actually here at different times. So I was just sat down. I drew and painted the hay sign, and the kids kept coming along at different times, and so I just added them as I was going along. This isn't mine. This is a stamp from the bar. This is from Hell of a Boss animation. This is ink brush pen. Stickers, creating borders. This is random. Oh yeah, this is when I was actually dating my sketchbook. So I was I was writing down the numbers and stuff originally. So this is where the number 60 whatever, 63 I think it was, 64. Just random. My cats. I think this is while watching documentaries and I take notes so I remember. This was at like a school festival thing. Yeah, I put these marks down again before I added them. I think that's from Earth's World as well. Again, my octopus design for my tattoo eventually. This was on a bubble tea cup that I bought off a market somewhere stall. Random art card. Random places. Sometimes I take notes and post-it notes, and sometimes I just put them on there. This was sitting in a cafe inside the church. It was a really cool experience. Just, if you can see that, it's just rows. From Earth's World again. Some cake. Corona. No, don't get it to me. Ah. Well, that's fine because it doesn't say. I mean, that's my name. I think I was in hospital for surgery for something. But yeah, that is all of my sketchbooks basically. So this one. So the next one you will see will be in the future, and it will be of this book finished. Hopefully I will put, this is when it started, and my most recent, last time I flipped through, I think I finished here at this, and yeah, so I drew Giorgietto, added these, and since then I have, I'll just close that, but like, I've drawn this at a friend's house, and drew that, and that's how far I've gotten, so I've still got all of that to go. And remember, there's still someone else's, so it was originally someone else's from like 1916, 17, 18, and they originally had it. But let me show you the sketchbook problem I have, because I should have filled these 10 times as fast. So let me show you what I mean. These are all the sketchbooks that are waiting for me to fill them up. So all of these are waiting for me. Like, this is nearly 50 books. Some of them are like notebooks and have just like, oh, that one's not lined. Okay, some are lined though, and like this one is cool. It's I think no, it's not dotted, but it's kind of like thin newspaper. It's interesting, but I just love the texture and the cover. This I got at a charity shop. Someone gave it away, and it's not touched at all. It's just full of blank, like fill in your own comic book. I might just like do drawings inside of each block. I've got these tiny ones again, like my other tiny ones I've got from miniature things. I've got some from family. This is like recycled paper from apparently like elephant poop, so that's why there's a tiny elephant from it. I found this tiny little thing. It's more like, I might turn this into a flip book. It's more it's just like it doesn't have like a thick thing, so when you open it, it just kind of bends in half. But yeah, I got these from the same creator, and I loved that. Apparently this is good paper. It's like proper art paper, and these were by the same person. And usually I don't like landscape sketchbooks, even though like my recent one is, but like I just love the covers. This is the same person who made them. These two are art creation books, so They're specifically sketchbooks. These are created, so 1, 2, and 3 are made out of like either an artist like painted that, but they're bound by the same company, and it's made from like old books, and like this is where I got the maps from in between some of my other sketchbooks. So they keep some of the pages and then the rest is like plain paper or sometimes lined, but then you still have parts of the old book inside it. So that's really cool, and I'll draw over them or I might leave the pages untouched, but this is another one that I bought. And I'd already had this the year before from Hay Festival, and the next Hay Festival I got that, and then my parents bought me this from the same people. I'm like, oh no. People encourage my bad habits. This is probably going to be my next one, just because it is the oldest sketchbook that I haven't filled up. So moleskin. This is moleskin as well, but the paper, like, it's meant to be like plain notebook. It's not actually a sketchbook paper, so the paper is like wafer thin, but it's got a little pen holder, and it's got Mickey Mouse, man. I got this off the young girl I'm friends with, and I put just as a motivation, like I might use this as more of an exercise book for drawing and stuff. So it's just like draw lines, draw circles, draw squares. These are the books that I created. So the bigger ones have like this kind of rough scrapbooky paper, and I doubled them up, so I glued them together. And the mini toned paper from the other one that fell out, but these are printed on by a local artist, by, I think his name's the Wagon Art or something like that. The Printed Wagon, that's it. And so he created block prints. He prints them on other things and he sells them separately. But I asked him, because he does demonstrations actually at the market in town, I asked him, could he actually print on my books? And he didn't charge me enough. I did ask him to charge me more, bless him, but he refused to. I've got 2 giant like A4 books of a friend. So like they say notebook, but they are just plain, and the paper's not bad, but it is basically printer paper. That was like colouring. So I've technically got extra bits, but it's just cut out bits someone gave me, and I'll just colour them in and stick them in these because it's just giant A4 paper. Laugh. So I bought this sketchbook for a friend, right? I bought this sketchbook ages ago and I got it for myself, but then I thought, no, I've got too many sketchbooks. So then I gave it to a friend for Christmas, and on the same Christmas someone else bought me the exact same sketchbook. So I'm like, oh, it's meant to be, so I guess I'll just keep it. This sketchbook, what's the brand again? I'm trying to read it. I can't say. Anyway, this one is supposed to be really good for markers and ink and stuff like that. So that one I got. Freaking, this is by the same people who did that one, so it's the same kind of paper, and you might recognize the cover from one of my other sketchbooks. This was more like a scrapbook someone in my family had, but they never filled it or used it, so I'm just going to use it as a tone sketchbook, and I might keep this lace on. I might take it off. These, I had to get these in case I never saw them again. I just happened to find them. These are professional toned paper, but this one is grey and it's professional art paper, so it'll take ink and markers really well. And this one is professional brownish tone paper. It doesn't look as brown on camera, but it is. And then I've got another square. Now this is just a square plain book that I just found somewhere, and there it is, blank Sam. So that's the brand of this one, and I just love the shape on it, and the money, it was cheaper because it has some marks on it, but I'll just cover it in stickers. I don't really care. And these ones I got because they were really cheap, but I haven't taken them out of their plastic, and I probably won't. I'll probably leave these till the very last once I supposedly fill all of this. But again, I might be just sticking to this brand eventually. I'm sure this will take me several years, since all the sketchbooks that I filled previously were over five years worth of art. So yeah, that's what that brand is. Lichturm, Lichturm, Lichturm. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, these were super cheap at the time, so I was like, I have to get them while I can. But I'm officially stopping myself from getting any more. I might actually show you some of my art books. So like this is the main one, Danny Gregory Creative License. But oh, actually I'm running out of time. Okay, well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.